Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the final day of the League of Filmmakers show at NAB 2025. I am Haley Royal, your host from Cinematography for Actors, and I'm back here for an encore that I'm really excited about with my new friend, Will Von Toggen. He is the owner, operator, and founder of XLCS.
That's right.
Designs.
That's right.
Tell me about XLCS Designs.
So the first thing, just to clarify, we pronounce the name Excelsius. I know it trips a lot of people up, but once you hear it, you keep it in your mind. But Excelsius, it's a derivative of the Latin word excelsius, obviously, which means to the highest degree, which is the aim we strive for in all of our work.
And you want to know what was happening? All day yesterday, the rest of my team was saying it correctly, and I thought they were just getting lazy. And I was like, I will pronounce each letter, and they'll be so proud of me. Excelsius.
Excelsius.
Excelsius Designs builds cages.
We do, yeah. We design and manufacture. Well, right now we're fairly new. We've been at it for almost 2 years. We had 2 years in July. July 4th is when we launched in 2023. And we started with just one camera package, one cage with a few accessories, and we're now at 6 cages. And, in 2 years, and growing as fast as we can. It's going great.
That's amazing. Good job.
Thank you.
Well done. Do you remember what was your first camera that you built for?
It was the original pocket cinema camera from Blackmagic.
Blackmagic.
So it all sort of happened by accident. I have a YouTube channel, fairly modest channel, and I talk a lot about the Pocket OG because I used it to shoot a feature film. And so I know the camera extremely well, and I think it's a great camera for beginning filmmakers to really understand cinematography at its sort of basic form, very limited tool, but provides extremely good results. So I advise a lot of people to get that old camera if they can find it. It's very affordable. And I had a lot of users saying, okay, that's great, but in order to get much out of this, you have to rig it, and it's almost impossible to find cages now. And so I thought, okay, I will just reproduce a few cages and sell them on YouTube and see how it goes. And
on YouTube.
It was very well received. And so I sort of launched the company off of that.
How did you sell them on YouTube? What was
well,
the
just, you know, I
had
the presence on YouTube, so I would direct them to the website.
I see.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So those of us who are here with us on the live stream right now and may not have been with us yesterday, Will had spent a lot of time in news, where you had to be camera operator and reporter a lot of the time by yourself.
Yep.
And also you shot something that was very guerrilla style in Germany with that original 6K, correct?
Well, not the 6K, just the original.
This the OG.
Actually only HD back then. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of course it was with the original. So I want to know, was this inspired largely by a lot of just like stuff you had to do on your own?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand, especially through that process of working with that camera, I know the ins and outs of it, how people might use it, where its weak points are, especially that camera. A couple of things, you either break the screen on it or you break the HDMI port, and the camera's completely toast. There's no support for it. You can't get the parts for it. And so when I built that cage, I wanted to have a cage that also offered the micro HDMI lock support, a cover for the back to protect the screen, that you could lock into place and sort of essentially reach a point that if you threw that in your backpack, which I did a few times and broke a few cameras that way, you could actually do that and not have to worry about it. So that's sort of an approach I've since taken with all the designs, just to provide as much protection as possible, both for the camera body itself as well as the ports and accessories. So it's almost like, you know, you get a cage that you can build and get a lot out of, but also you get a little bit of an insurance policy out of it too.
So really, a use case for something like this is not just all the stuff you can plug into it, but for a filmmaker on the go, it's really helpful to keep it alive longer.
Correct.
I mean, in our case, like, we have 2 big bags and we just kind of throw everything into them. Like, realistic, I mean, it would be nice to be able to keep everything in its original box, but that's just not realistic, right?
Yes.
So you need something to keep it safe. That is so great. So there's something very cool about this beyond all of the things that it can integrate with. It's the way it's built, right?
Yes.
How's it built?
So these are CNC machined out of one solid piece of aluminum.
What does that mean?
So a CNC machine is a machining device, which it has a lot of bits that spin at a high rate of speed. They're kind of like drill bits that cut into the metal.
Yeah.
In layman terms. So this goes into a 5-axis machine, meaning it can be manipulated in different angles and the drill can be manipulated. And the 3D file of this is first designed in a computer in a 3D file, and then that is entered into a machine, is programmed into the machine, and then the blocks of aluminum are loaded into the machine, and then the computer cuts out all the spaces for it. So especially when it comes to cages this size, it's very unusual to find ones that are fully machined. A lot of times there's a hybrid production where they'll either cast most of it and then cut the holes in with the machine.
Right.
But yeah.
So this is a lot sturdier.
It is. The problem with some of those hybrid or cast models that if you do drop them, they do risk breaking on the floor. So this one, you can take a lot of weight. I had people standing on it yesterday on the floor just to see if they could break it, and yeah, it takes it without changing shape at all.
Wow.
So.
And it didn't at all. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So what role did flexibility play in this? I mean, are there, I don't even know what anything is called, screw holes.
Yes, magic points.
For like lots of different types of things, even in the same place. What kind of stuff?
Right. So I mean, obviously, one thing that jumps out when people see this is just how many threaded holes there are on it, and it does seem excessive, and I'll give you that. But the purpose isn't to mount every single thing you have everywhere, all over the camera, all at once.
I see.
It's that wherever you might need to put something, you can. Because I've been on sets, I've had builds where it's like I needed to add one more thing, a mic pack, a tentacle sink. And it's like, if I could just move it half an inch this way, I would be able to fit everything I wanted. But if there's nowhere to mount that, you're not gonna be able to do that. And you're making a lot of sacrifices on your build. So we wanted to be sure that people could do everything they could with this without sacrificing that. And then another purpose is that the holes also cuts the weight. So even though this is solid aluminum, it's actually extremely lightweight as well.
Light.
Yeah.
Are you concerned at all that all of the perforations will make it less sturdy? Is there any kind of concern there? Has it been engineered perfectly?
It's been extremely well engineered. It has very, very tight tolerances. And beyond that, I mean, just the tensile strength of aluminum, a lot of people think, oh, is a threaded rod going into here into a quarter hole going to support a lens? Well, yeah, in fact, it could support about 300 pounds. I doubt you've got a lens that could weigh that much to break it.
A 300-pound lens.
Yeah, and I said, again, given that it was solid billet aluminum, there's no potential flaws within the internal structure of it, whereas casting, you might have had a weird gap in there somewhere.
Right.
So
what influences changes you may make? Have you had to make any changes after you've completed a new model?
Yeah, and you know, something that's really nice right now about being a smaller company, we can make changes pretty quick. So for instance, this is a brand new prototype of our micro cage. So we had an original version of our micro cage for our micro cinema cameras from Blackmagic.
Blackmagic micro.
And that was sort of a funny story, is that I was already designing one for the old camera, just like I did for the old OG. And right when I was about to go into production, Blackmagic announced the G2. And so I made a quick couple of mods to it and was able to go into production in time to have one available for the G2.
Wow.
However, you know, the initial design was for the original micro. It still functioned perfectly with the G2, but as that stock ran out, I obviously had to place another inventory order, and I thought I'm going to make some design changes to it. For instance, this new one actually has a dovetail carved into it for the mount for the Pixis monitor. Blackmagic just announced that the Pixis monitor now works with the micro. And so people that have that are going to be able to mount that monitor directly to the cage itself. And if you aren't going to be using that, there's actually a little insert that slides into place there to fill that gap and adds another hole there. So if you want to put a handle there instead.
That is innovative.
Yeah.
Adds another hole instead of it just being like, I was like, oh yeah, I just covered up so you don't get caught on something. But it puts one more hole.
Yeah, and then we had some users saying that, like, you know, the gap in here was a little too tight to like remove some cables. So we widened that up a little bit. We cut some native NATO rails into the body itself, just so that people didn't have to add stuff to this to keep it as low profile as possible. So I'm really excited about this new design. It's going to be coming out in 4 weeks or so once we take it through production. But yeah, having that ability to sort of adjust and make changes is really cool. So
are you taking active feedback from users, or are you sending out betas and then?
I'm going to start doing some beta testing like that. So we do have a cage coming out very soon for the Lumix S9, and the prototypes just came in for that. So I'll be sending it to some users who have a lot of field experience with that. They can help identify the weak points for it.
Right.
But even when I'm not seeking that out, buyers do buy this and they love it, but they will come back to me and say, hey, if you ever do a revamp of it, here's something that I'm having an issue with. And, getting access to the power port here was one of those that we did.
Also very important to be able to get access to it.
Yeah, well, you could still, it's still a little tight getting your fingers in that space. So
some people have a big honker.
That's right, sausages.
to get in there.
So
right now, do you have anything new that you're planning to build?
I am working on some stuff for the Ursa 12K Cine.
Exciting.
Yeah, as I said, this prototype just came in the day before the show, so this is fairly new. Even though we've had a micro cage, this is significantly updated. I think a lot of people are going to love it. Some of the other accessories we brought out for cages that came out after this are now going to work on this as well. And then we do have our new Lumix S9 cage, like I mentioned. So this is also brand new.
Can I touch that?
Absolutely.
Look at this beautiful grip.
Yes.
This feels like a really sexy rock climbing grip. But like, this is nice having like a beautiful element on the front.
Right, and that is removable. Wow. So and it still feels great without the grip. But if you want that little bit of added, strength, it is there. We've integrated cable locks into the side, which is, again, this has the same micro HDMI port that the old G has.
Yeah.
So I was able to take that locking design and integrate it into this. You can mount your rods directly to the cage itself. You can do it at different lengths and distances. And then we also put in a AirTag compartment for this, since a lot of people will be traveling with this camera. So it's not only like in case you lost it, you could find it. But
show that camera that AirTag port.
Little AirTag port right
there.
So
you can find your stuff.
But you can also find your friend. Let's say you both went to Italy. One of you wants to go to the Coliseum. One wants to see the Spanish Steps. You're supposed to meet up, but you get lost.
Yeah.
You just pull them up on your phone and track each other down off of their cameras. And then something else we did for a little bit of fun, we put a bottle opener into it as well.
Wow.
Which was when we were talking to Lumix about this camera, they said it's something they see people taking to parties and traveling with, and so we thought, well, we'll make it work in that instance as well.
Do you remember those shoes that had a bottle opener in them?
The Reefs, the flip-flops.
The Reef flip-flops.
That's right.
It's like that, but way cooler.
Yes,
way
is.
Better.
So.
And lasts a lot longer too.
I hope so. Yeah.
What is the I want to say build time, but I want you to tell me kind of the process from inception to like even through prototype to like a finished product. Is there like a pretty standard amount of time?
There is a fairly standard amount of time. I get better as I do this more. And given the size of the company right now, it takes a little bit of time. I think as I grow and can get more staff on board, I don't have an in-house engineer. I have engineers I work with sort of on a contract basis. But basically, once I identify the camera I want to work with next, I will do preliminary drawings of it. I'll take photos from usually the manufacturer. Sometimes they can send me the technical drawings and the CAD, and I can work off of that. But if they don't, I take photographs that the manufacturers posted of all the different sides of the camera. I set them to scale in Photoshop, and then I'll start drawing in the faces of the cage to scale so that I know exactly how many holes I can fit there, what can be cut into this position. And so generally I'll have all surfaces drawn out to scale, and then I'll send them to my designer who knows how to build the CAD, the 3D model for it.
Yeah.
And once they do that, they send it back to me, and I'll do a 3D print of it. So for instance,
your own 3D print by yourself?
Yes.
On a machine that you have and know how to use?
Yep.
You do everything by yourself?
Well, hopefully not too much longer.
Show me.
So this is the 3D print of the same cage.
Wow.
So you can compare the two.
Yeah, exactly. There's that thing. Did you also print the little thing that slides in?
Yep, they're all there.
So you're printing, so the texture's different, right? So when you're fitting things inside of it to make sure it works, when you're fitting the slide, like, is that something that's bothering you, or you're worried about how it'll come out, or do you just kind of?
It's very rare that the tolerance will be off from the print unless there's a flaw in the printing, or for instance, it sat in the sun too long and shrank.
Yeah.
But generally it'll be within, fractions of a millimeter within proper spec.
Wow.
So yeah, I'll get the print done, I'll do some test fitting, and then I'll make notes off of that, shoot a video of the notes, send them back to the engineer. He'll do another draft, send it back to me, I'll print it. And it kind of goes on and on like that, however long it needs to be, until I'm ready to do the metal prototype. And then that's sort of the final prototype where I'll identify any last minute issues. So for instance, this one, the chamfers, which are this sort of cut in the sides to soften the edge, they're a little bit too short on this. So it leaves it with kind of some sharp corners. So I will tell my engineer to ticking the chamfers. You can
Just
feel.
so you don't cut yourself.
Yeah, so here you can feel like these chamfers are a little bit
Yeah,
thicker.
that's a little bit smoother.
Where these are. So stuff like that, I'll be able to identify from the metal that you might not have noticed in the plastic.
I see, yeah.
Make those final changes and then go into production. So.
What's your favorite color to print?
Actually, I really like doing the gray because I can take a pencil and draw notes on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
And other
Or kind
colors
of,
won't
or
take a
draw
note.
out. Let's say I wanted to cut out some material here. I could actually physically draw how much material I want and then take a picture of that with a measurement to kind of better explain what it is I'm going for.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And then once you get a cage in your hand, what does that feel like?
It feels really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I think that's one thing coming from a filming background that I really love about this. You know, one of the best parts of filmmaking is when you finally see your finished product.
Of course.
But a lot of times that's going to take years or several months, where this can be a matter of, you know, a few months from when you have this idea to when you have a final product in your hands, something that's really physically there. It's very gratifying. So.
Do you anticipate changes to camera bodies themselves that are going to change the way that you design?
I think so. I think that, you know, there's been a push for the more box style cinema cameras. Everything started with that DSLR revolution of the 5D. And so I think that DSLR style of hybrid video and stills camera will always probably be around. But I think as certain brands get more serious about their cinema division, they might start breaking away a little bit from that body type of the stills camera body. And I think those are the ones that are really ripe for this type of structural enforcement and build.
Yeah,
but then again, you know, we do still do it with that stills camera. I mean, the S9 is mostly a stills camera, but it's got some really great internals that I want people to have the option to get the most out of a video experience with it. You know, my philosophy is obviously Lumix has a step up of this camera with the sensor that people could graduate to for filmmaking. But let's say you already own this because you were a stills photographer and you want to get into video, but you don't want to buy another camera.
Right.
Well, you could buy the cage, you could rig it out and start learning your video process that way and have the tools that you need to actually get the higher quality that you want from a better built camera.
Right. And you can kind of go nuts because now you have all this protection.
Right.
You
well,
can
and you
really
can
learn some amazing stuff.
Yeah, and you can build it as much as you want. You could just put a strap around this and still use it as a small handheld, or you can add all the rails and a monitor and larger batteries and turn it into a full shoulder rig. So it's wherever you want to go.
Wow. Do you have any plans in the works for a cage for a studio camera like that one over there?
Potentially. Yeah, I think that really comes down to if studios are finding that they need it.
Yeah.
You know, those don't go out into the field too much. I think, you know, the micro is technically a studio camera, but because it's so tiny, and
let me see that. This is a studio camera?
Technically, yes. So the Blackmagic
this is a cage
Micro
for a studio
camera.
That's something I didn't know.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of people are using Pixuses in the studio as well. As far as the actual studio camera, like the official studio camera from Blackmagic, you know, I think if people had needs to mount more stuff to it, wireless transmitters, and things like that, I think we could branch in that direction as well for sure.
Go for it.
Yeah.
You just need the demand.
Well, yeah, and it's not like I wouldn't take that risk. It's just being a smaller company right now, I have to kind of cherry pick which cameras I'm going to chase first. But as we grow, you know, we're going to try and address every camera we can. So, yeah.
What kind of challenges have you had to overcome in the last couple of years building all of this?
I think largely keeping organized and keeping track of the supply chain, keeping track of my inventory. I do sell different kits, so you can buy just the cage, or you can buy the cage with a few accessories together. So, you know, it's easy to keep track of the inventory of just a single accessory piece, but if it's part of a kit and then the kits are going out the door, and then knowing what your lead time needs to be to replenish that stock, stuff like that, you know, things
Have you come up with a system that you like?
No.
Okay.
I mean, just what I can, you know. It would be nice to have a better integrated system where I can scan things in, scan things out, but
I wonder if there are like inventory professionals who could create something.
No, there definitely are, and I think I could take the time to figure it out. But you know,
because you're a man who does it all by himself.
For now, yeah, you know, I think hopefully we're going to be hiring some employees soon that can do order fulfillment.
You heard it here.
I'd like to get in-house engineer to work with, stuff like that, just that we can kind of streamline a lot of these things.
In-house engineers. Find Will Von Tuck
Come on
if you're
down,
looking
yeah.
for a job. Also, if you like doing inventory, I bet that would be a real plus.
There we go, yeah.
What are you excited about?
Just learning, I guess. You know, I think it was very fun to be able to go back to a design and revamp it. I'll be doing the same eventually with the original pocket camera cage design that I did as well. You know, as I learn and grow and manage these accessories, I see what works better. And some of the accessories couldn't work on the earlier models, so I want to be able to reintegrate them. So for example, you know, we have these new rods that have a RE spacing pin that prevent twist.
Oh.
Originally, it was just a screw-in rod that we had. And I mean, it worked if you really got it tight, which isn't too hard to do, but this just is sort of a more streamlined, cleaner way of doing things. And so being able to now revamp cages that can all take that design. Yeah, it's a cool process.
Accessibility wise, yesterday we were talking about how, yes, you have accessories that come with these cages.
Yes.
But you've also built them so that people don't have to buy your accessories. They can use what they have.
Exactly,
right?
yeah. You know, people that have been doing this for a while, you collect a lot of gear. I don't know how many top and side handles. So right now we don't actually produce our own top handle or side handle, but you can take literally any handle on the market and put it on here, whether you have to attach a NATO first or we have NATOs now built into some of our stuff. They'll thread into the larger 3/8 inch holes or 1/4 inch holes. So you can bring whatever you want to the table and it'll work with our stuff. We kind of meant to have a universality to a lot of our builds.
You can make your own mods.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see this one again. I have one more.
This guy?
No, the Pixis
Yeah.
one. Okay. What specific? I know this is the side because this is where the monitor is. What's this for?
So that's a RE rosette mounting point.
Yeah.
And it's just a way that a lot of handles will attach to those. So
RE
it's thread in,
rosette.
and because it's got all these little divots around the side, it allows you to articulate the angle to whatever angle you want it. So if you're putting a hand grip on there, and let's say you prefer your wrist at a certain tilt, you can actually make sure that sits at that tilt angle and locks firmly into place and won't swivel once it's on there.
Wow.
So
you thought of everything.
yeah.
Okay, how can people find them? How can people get them? How can people win them?
So you can go to excelsiusdesigns.com, XLCS Designs. excelsiusdesigns.com. We have an online shop there. We're also on B&H, so if you want to buy through B&H and you're ordering your camera at the same time, you can go ahead and pick them up there. Amazon as well, or you can come down to the League of Filmmakers booth today and sign up to win one.
Thanks, man. So, are you still YouTubing about them? And can you lead people? Can they find it that way?
Yes, as I have time, I wish I could do a lot more of it. It is very time consuming. Like I said, my channel is fairly modest, about 12,000. So you can sign up and follow us at Will Von Tagen on YouTube. But yeah, you know, as I bring new models out, I always do a video to explain how they work. I would like to get back to more of my original content, which was about filmmaking. And so keep an eye out for that stuff. I think as I grow and can hire people to take the load off of me, I can go back and do some of that stuff as well. So
very cool. And last thing, is there an Instagram?
There is an Instagram as well at Excelsius Designs. XLCS
Designs.
Excelsius.
Say Excelsius.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much,
you.
Will. Thanks for coming back.
Absolutely.
And showing us this cool stuff you made, mostly by yourself. Good job.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, guys.
When it comes to the types of horror I like, I'd have to say I'm a big fan of the slasher genre.
Genre bending, psychological, and creature horror.
I like the thriller-esque horrors, the ones that kind of a little bit more cerebral.
The type of horror that I gravitate to is sci-fi cosmic horror where people don't know who to trust.
I like horror where a group of humans have to face unstoppable killing machine.
There's something about there being a threat that is chasing you or following you.
Like I'm kind of going on a roller coaster.
The gore and the blood and the chase
You think to yourself, what would I do if I was in that situation?
is a cathartic experience.
Every horror story is uniquely tied to the filmmaker.
A lot of horror stories embrace that sense of otherness, the experience of feeling different, othered.
Giving us the opportunity to explore our individual trauma.
There's so many things in horror that haven't been done yet.
There's so many more stories from the Latin community.
We are inherently qualified to do this work.
We all come from different backgrounds.
And different places.
But exploring these spheres,
Is what unites and excites us.
As writers and filmmakers.
We are
The Latin Exorcist.
But when I think about Feline, obviously.
Ricardo, I'm so sorry. I was in makeup. I'm ready now.
Your debut. Oh wait.
Oh, it's the version.
No, it's done.
The version that's not.
Are we? Let us know when we're back in.
Hello, everyone.
We're
Hello,
good.
hello.
Hey, hi.
What's
Everybody,
going on?
dude, we're here. Like we're.
We're in NAB.
Good morning.
Morning, Ricardo.
Day. What is it? Day 2.
Day 2 for us.
Day 2 at NAB. We're here at League of Filmmakers. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Jose Vicente Chavez, founder of the Latin Exorcist, and yeah, we're here at NAB to kind of showcase what we do as a program, as a group, and we're excited to be here.
And what do we? Well, what do we
Introduce
do?
yourself
I'm
first.
sorry. I'm Ricardo Martinez. I'm a filmmaker, writer, co-founder of the Latin Exorcist with this beautiful gentleman. And we came here. And what do we do? Tell you can.
Yeah, so we're a filmmaking group. We're a writers group. We workshop 2 scripts on Zoom every month, 2 to 4 scripts, depending on the size of them. And outside of that, we work with executives, and we try to grow our company. And we're all with the best intentions of growing Latino presence in Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean we do our specialty that we love specifically as a writers group is horror. So we're a horror screenwriters group. Sometimes we read sci-fi, but we're only really into like hooky, big genre movies.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what makes our workshop and writers room different, and that's what honestly, that's what makes me fall in love with it every time, every month. It's like the fact that we come together as emerging screenwriters and we talk and we share our scripts and get them read for free, so
For
that
free.
anybody can submit as long as they follow the 2 rules, right? 1 is that they're Latino identifying, and 2, that the script is a horror or sci-fi. And we have like an intake process on our website, latinexorcist.com.
Yep.
Or you can follow us on Instagram at latinexorcist. And that I hope we're always reading. Over the last 3 years, we've read like 75 scripts.
Yeah, we're pushing close to 100 now, I think. Yeah.
Oh my, yeah, because of the next month. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it keeps growing.
Keeps growing. Yeah, we keep getting new members. We have pretty intimate meetings on Zoom. We meet every last Saturday of the month for the most part. And yeah, it's just a fun group that we're really trying, and we have a lot of talented writers. And it's lovely to just get to meet them and see their work, and a lot of untapped potential.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many people out there that are writing, and one of the hardest things is a young filmmaker, emerging filmmaker. Some of us are not so young. The emerging filmmakers are trying to get their scripts read, right? And that's the part, and getting your script read by other writers makes you a better writer. Getting feedback from other writers that you don't know, for example, makes you a better writer. Getting feedback from this guy who's written, and been in all these different, CBS pipeline, has made me a better writer, and in that process, you come up with a new script that you can then hopefully submit, work on, and that's
one of the reasons I wanted to make the group is because I've participated in a fellowship before through NHMC, and we simulated what a writer's room was like, a TV writer's room. So I wanted to bring that same energy to our group. And we kind of do that, when we workshop these scripts, we bounce off ideas, and you can see in the writer's eyes, the light bulb go off, and they learn a lot from getting workshopped, and it's beautiful to see, because then they realize, okay, there's things that I need to work on, and then they go back and they're thrilled and excited when they leave the meeting. So I think it's very successful.
Yeah, the light bulb goes off and then it comes back on. It goes the light bulb.
Yes, that's what I meant. Yeah, not off, on.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know if you know. I've noticed. We met to form this group
3 years ago.
3 years ago. Yeah, and since then we've had just a crazy run. We've been so lucky, and we've had all these different writers come through, and we're just gonna keep trying to grow with the lucky support of Black Magic Design.
Yeah,
League of Filmmakers. We've really had a chance to build something and create. We're creating a bank of screenplays right now called The Grid, where we're going to decide what our favorite script is out of 105 scripts.
And we're only 3 of us are reading this, so it's a lot of work, but we're doing it for free, and we're really excited. We also have a podcast. It's on Spotify and Apple called Shared Nightmares, and it's really fun. It's about fears, that you have as a human, and then how it translates into Hollywood. So we've interviewed a lot of our members. We've interviewed some awesome people, actors and executives.
Yeah, Danny Fernandez, Ben Lopez.
Yeah,
so the former head of NAB, but now
now it's
a manager.
It's been amazing. So check our podcast out. We're gonna eventually have a presence on YouTube. Yeah. And so I think it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I mean, we have a little bit of a presence with the trailer that we made to try to showcase. But I mean, obviously, we're also so lucky that we have such good members that have come through, that have then gone on, taken the advice or this criticism and used it to build and kind of keep going with their careers. I can think of some really talented writers like Marco Soriano, Brandon Burkhart, Eleni Rivera, Jose Nateras.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many people that we've been so lucky to meet in this process. Yeah. And they've written some really cool scripts that I'm stoked to get out. And there's so much people if you see this live stream, I'm talking to you, but I'm looking at the camera. But I really hope that anybody that watches this maybe can submit to I don't know who's out there yet that I'm gonna read that's gonna blow my mind. And
and it's also to the point where it's not even necessarily Latino. It's not even Latino identifying, but it's if you support Latinos in any capacity, please come to our group. We want to carry this group with its intention. But we're looking for all types of horror, regardless, right? There's so much unbelievable potential in any kind of horror story, and I think that this group just really attests to it. And as you can see at the box office, it's always a hit. So we're always looking for all kinds of stories. So,
yeah, man, absolutely. I know that we're also we want to talk a little bit about the leadership of.
I think we're
kind of running out of time now.
Yeah.
Oh no, we do. We have a little more time.
Oh, okay.
We're getting a little bit more rope.
What's on the? Well, talk us about your comic book.
Oh yeah. So that's how I met you. Yeah. Honestly, it's because I wrote a screenplay, and a lot of people, nobody would read my screenplay. Yeah. As a new writer. Yeah. And then so they wouldn't read me as a new writer. But then when I said I had a horror script, even less people wanted to read me, right? Yeah. Because a lot of times that kind of disturbing or scary stuff, you have to find a specific.
You need a horror group.
You need a horror group, exactly. So then when we I would go to these mixers for La Lista, and I saw that there were 2 other people. Actually, I made a list of all the people that said that they loved horror.
That's cool.
And I wrote down all the different names. And as I was writing an email, I got an email from you to say, "Hey, let's start a writers group." And that's how we had to do it. Yeah. And we got to tell them that off screen is our other co-founder, Alfredo.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's actually giving us the prompts of how much time
directing us, and I love
consummate television producer.
Yeah, so we're also we're a trio, and we really love and support our members a lot. So please reach out to us. Go to our website. Go to our Instagram at Latin Exorcist. Check out the podcast, Shared Nightmares, Spotify, and Apple, and soon to be on YouTube. So.
And we have a trailer that's on there that we just showed that explains a little bit about who we are, what we're doing, and why that's cool. Yeah. So we're looking forward to new people coming through and sending us really scary stuff. I also want to thank Hollyland, Ceremonic USA for being sponsors. And then obviously Black Magic Design. Shout out Terry Frechette. And then John Prancha.
And also Handy Foundation.
And we're also part of a nonprofit.
Yeah.
So
Check
we're
out
part of the
Handy
nonprofit,
Foundation.
the Handy Foundation, which will have Ricardo Handy here later in about a half hour to talk to us about some of the stuff that he's doing. And, you know, just exciting times. But I believe we're getting the hook, literally, to get going, but in a lovely way. But we're so glad to be here. Thank you. We'll be back to talk later. Yay.
All right. We get to start from nothing. We're on. I wasn't paying attention. Hi everybody. Welcome back to the League of Filmmakers show at the League of Filmmakers booth at NAB 2025. I'm Haley Royal, your host from Cinematography Crackers, and I'm seated here with Todd and Rachel from Fabric AI. Hey guys.
Hi, thanks for having us.
How's the show going for you? I got too close. Thanks, Emily. We're live.
The show's going great. It's been busy. We are curating a bunch of content in the NAB Propel Me space, which is the startup space.
You are.
So we brought in a bunch of startups. We have panels going throughout the conference. So staying pretty busy.
Yep. Amazing. Will you guys tell me, I have a hunch, but will you guys tell me what is Fabric AI?
So we're a company focused around bringing like an ecosystem approach, kind of like what you're doing here, of like bringing these different communities together to the future of tooling with for content production with AI at the core.
So tooling is kind of a buzzword I feel within the AI community, right? But someone like me, I have absolutely no idea what tooling means. Could you explain that to me? Give me a little definition.
Yeah, I think there's such a wide variety of what tooling looks like. I think usually when people hear tooling, it's the tools they've heard in the headlines, right? Like a Sora or a Luma or a Runway where you put in a text prompt and you get video, which is, I think, really great. And there's something there around like democratizing access and letting more people bring their creative visions to life, where take an idea and share it with people and get creative buy-in, and there's all of that. But I think we're thinking longer term, how do these tools start to integrate within production pipelines? It's not necessarily going to be just like end-to-end. It's going to take full teams of people. It's going to need to integrate with traditional VFX processes, traditional 3D processes. So what does that handoff look like? What does generative AI do well? What doesn't it do well? And how do we need to actually think about legacy tools and where they intersect with what AI is doing? So when we think about tooling, we're a bit more in that space.
I see. So legacy tools are things like Avid,
Avid, Nuke, Blender, Maya, right?
The analog type of tools that we've been using. Mm-hmm. And then there are AI tools. Is that the correct term?
Yeah, I mean, the language is always shifting, so I think anything goes.
Yeah, I feel like we're talking about video models, right? And then how you're going to be developing image, text to image, and then maybe image to video. And then there's a lot of different in-between type of tools where they're taking these APIs, they're taking these video models and then they're developing another user interface to help you have more control over the outputs that you're creating. So similar to having different types of cameras depending on different types of shoots that you're doing and different lenses. I feel like all these different models and all the different types of like AI tools are similar to that, right? You're gonna use a different lens, like a different camera, depending on what you're trying to shoot and what you're trying to accomplish with that one creative endeavor.
And I think related to that, the reason that there needs to be that handoff with legacy tools is like, I think if we're thinking about what it means to tell a creative story and have your creative vision be brought to life, when you just plug and play with a text prompt, you don't have the complexity of like the choices that you make of your filmmaker, right? Of like, this is how I want to set up my scene. This is how I want the acting to take place. This is how I want costumes and set design and all of these things to happen. So a lot of these other tools that are kind of bridging the gap are like, okay, how do I maybe set up a scene in Blender and gray box it to show how I want everything to be spread out, but then the texturing and the shading and the rendering is done with AI, so then I can shorten my timeline for a personal project, right? So there's all these kind of areas where the handoff is happening between the legacy tools and these emerging tools.
And you said gray boxing?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Gray boxing meaning like rather than like a fully textured 3D scene, kind of having stand-ins and maybe assets that aren't fully rendered out within your 3D scene.
I see. So, getting like the bones of something and then dressing it and putting flourishes on using newer tools.
Yeah, so that's like one way to do it. Or
I
like
see.
to Todd's point, there are all these interfaces like Comfy UI, which uses a nuke, like a GUI similar to nukes to let people connect different types of models, change different things within the generated images and stuff like that.
And like a lot of it's being used in like pre-production right now. So understanding how to block a scene and like developing like a pre-visualization, right, before you even go into a set. And so I feel like these tools are not just necessarily going to be used in Final Pixel, but they're actually being used in the planning mode so that when you actually do go out on set, when time is money and you got the whole crew there, you've been able to visualize and do some simulations about what you're going to shoot and how you're going to set up your shots, leveraging these AI tools.
Right. So it can also be like a big time and budget saver too.
Yeah. I mean, the better plan, the more planning you do before you're on set, right, the better, hopefully the more efficient you are.
Yeah.
When you actually have, daylight to deal with, you're outside or, again, you're paying for the crew to be there on set. So the more that you can get done beforehand, hopefully the less time is wasted, right?
Yeah. So Fabric is clever, I think, because you're all about bringing things in to collaborate.
Yeah.
Not just using one thing, not just bringing it all together. What are some of the cool collaborations and integrations that you've put together?
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff we do that we can't talk about because it's NDA with clients, but usually those types of projects involve us helping more traditional large studios that are trying to figure out what these tools look like, what they mean, and educating them, helping them with their strategy overall, but also bringing in, for example, they'll bring in their traditional directors that are in their roster that they work with, and we'll help them with a project and be like, hey, here are the areas you can start to incorporate these tools, bring in those tools because we have good relationships with a number of the startups, bring in creators that have these skills. It's often like VFX artists that have also added on skills with some of these AI tools, and we'll bring them into projects and basically bring the whole team and these new processes in and help the studios think through how these pipelines are evolving. We also do a lot of stuff that's very community oriented and talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so through what we do, we do a lot of different competitions to help build communities. So whether it's like an AI filmmaking competition, like on Sunday at BattleBots Arena down the street here from NAB, we did a prompt battle. So pretty much within a 2-hour window, we had 8 teams given a prompt that they had to create a less than 1 minute animated TV show trailer for BattleBots while at a BattleBot show. So it was high intensity, it was crazy. But again, we had 6 of the 8 teams actually presented their short films, and we gave away some prizes. And so through that is like a fun, interactive way for people to just like see what was possible, what ideas are sparking, in the moment of an actual BattleBots fight. But then we do other types of filmmaking competitions that are a little bit longer form, like 48 hours or 3 weeks, where again, we're setting up these opportunities in order to benchmark where the tools are today, and also give an opportunity for these filmmakers that are, kind of new to these tools to really just see where the rubber meets the road, and really try to test them out. And then, through competition, you kind of just, you're what's it called? You're putting stress on people, right? Hopefully,
Stress testing.
you're stress testing everything.
There you go.
And hopefully, the creative juices flow faster, right?
Well, and I've learned recently that like prompting is really a skill. Like when you earlier you said, you bring the artists together, and I'm thinking people who can prompt, who know exactly what language they need to be giving. Like, what are some of, have you seen any just really terrible prompting that's caused a problem?
I don't know if it's like, because of how the tools are designed, it's like you're gonna get something out of it that feels semi-legible.
Yeah.
I think like there's terrible prompting, and then there's like also ethical prompting, which is something we talk about. Of like, obviously, when we think about these models, one of the challenges is there's some clean models which have been trained only on things that have been verified and that there are rights to it. So
clean models.
Yes.
Okay.
And so this is like Adobe's Firefly, because it's Adobe licensed the data from people within their ecosystem, or Google's VO2 because Google had access to all the YouTube data according to their contracts.
Yeah.
Or Asteria and Moon Valley just released a new model called Mary.
Can you say the dirty models? Are they called dirty models or dark models? Like, what's the word?
I don't think there's I don't think there's a word for the non-clean models.
Well, I'm about to coin it. They're dirty models.
But
the models. Yeah, there's models that never did drugs, right? They're clean, and then there's those.
There's the burnout.
Yeah.
And so there's ethical prompting as a thing.
Yeah, and I think like within that as well, one of the considerations is like how much do you want to reference specific styles or specific directors, right? Like I think some people that want to make sure they're not directly infringing on someone's style, because like you can't copyright style, but just from a place of principle, people will be like, I don't want to prompt specifically to be Wes Anderson style. I will instead say, give me a symmetrical shot, or give me these types of colors, or whatever else. And I'm trying to like embody the style, but I'm going to go back to more of the style primitives rather than just trying to like copy his style directly.
Start at the basics.
Yeah.
Start with basic language. Very interesting. Where can we find out more about Fabric AI?
Go to our website, fbrc.ai. If you're in the LA area, we do a lot of events. So sign up for the newsletter to stay on top of it. And then if you go to fbrc.ai/report or reports, which one?
Yeah, we just go to fbrc.ai and you can find in our menu items our first industry report. So we're tracking over 110 quote unquote AI studios around the world. We just came out with one of our first industry reports focusing on AI studios. And so we have a lot of different interviews in here, a lot of different quantitative data from a survey that we gave out to over those AI studios that we're tracking.
And a breakdown of like, where are the tools right now? What does it mean? And the idea is like, I think the space is really confusing. There's obviously like this high level picture of what is happening that we hear from the news, and
it can be confusing.
It's confusing. Yeah. And this is trying to break it down in terms of like, what does it actually mean? How does it interface with traditional production? And what is a handoff going to look like?
That's great. All right, great, guys. Thank you so much for coming and chatting.
Thank you for having us.
You have a lot going on soon. You're so busy.
We got a whole startup showcase later today at 3:00 in the Propel Me section, and so
3:00, Propel Me.
Yeah, come on by.
Come by to West Hall.
At 3:00, come here, tune into the live stream to find out if you won something, and then go to Propel
Yeah,
Me
come here first.
and maybe watch the live stream on your way there. Also, a reminder: live stream, get registered so that you can win. And that's all. We'll see you soon. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
everyone, and welcome back to NAB 2025. It's our final day of live streaming across multiple channels, and we're really always excited. I always start it. I need a montage of myself just going, we're really excited, and Haley needs a montage of that as well, going, we're really excited. And we only do things we're excited about, and isn't that the kind of life we want to live as creators? So with us today, in addition to myself, Indiana Underhill, Haley Royal, co-founders of CFA, is one of our friends, and actually something we're announcing today, a new partner of CFA, is Giovanni Levedessa, Gio, the founder of Not Film Fest in Italy. Gio, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm great. Thank you guys for having me. NAB has been amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think this is a fun match made in heaven, because we have really quickly developed a relationship with you over the past 6 months, because we met at Holly Shorts last year. So thank you, Holly Shorts, for that.
We did meet at Holly Shorts.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It feels like we've been friends for a very long time.
It does. You helped potentially put out a fire during the fires in LA.
That was the thing, yes.
Photos of Gio holding a hose.
Yep.
And wetting down the garden.
Yes, exactly. The man. Now, Gio, before we get into our big announcement, talk to me about Not Film Fest for those that don't know, because something that CFA is huge on is community building, education. I feel like I'm just on repeat with that, like a broken record, because it's just so important.
It is.
And you're very much the same, and the things that you put your time into, including this festival, is similar. So talk to us about Not Film Fest and the ethos behind that.
So Not Film Fest was born in 2018. So we're entering our 8th edition, and was born literally with the idea that film festivals should be community spaces for filmmakers, and that filmmakers can reclaim the space of film festivals. And so we created a place that is a safe harbor for independent cinema, for people who are doing things that are a little bit different.
Yeah.
They're trying their own way, and that speak their own unique language. And we decided to call it Not as a mission to reclaim rejection.
And how's it going?
It's going great. We are happily entering our 8th year. The next edition is going to be from August 26th to the 31st. We are right next to Venice Film Festival. The festival happens in Italy, in this gorgeous little town that is the postcard of my own country. The town is called Sant'Arcangelo di Romagna. It's hard to remember, but once you get there, I'm sure you will. And it's very community centric. We create activities every day for people to meet, to spend time together, and tell people about their films. Because if you get to meet the filmmaker, if you get to spend time with them, you will watch a movie with a completely different perspective.
One of the things I think is also really compelling, because film festivals, especially international film festivals, can be very daunting. But one of the things that you are doing is that not only do you take over the town, but we also have communal lunches every day, right? Talk to us about that.
My favorite part of the whole thing is that everyone eats lunch together every day.
Talk to us about this.
Yes, so we decided from year one, I was like, what's the most Italian thing that we can do?
2-hour lunch.
It's eat together. It's beautiful. Like, you kind of cancel the space between someone who is just starting, a volunteer, someone who has accomplished something great already and is in the jury. So we are decided, okay, what if everyone eats together? What if everyone shares the same table? There is no distance between no one. And those lunches became kind of iconic, because a lot of relationship has started there.
Yeah.
A lot of first-time director or first-time producer have met people that have become long-time collaborators. And now a lot of relationships actually start at lunch, at Not. And it's beautiful that, something so simple has created such a strong community.
Awesome.
And it happens there, but it doesn't just start there, right? You have programming all over the place, so people can find you and meet you and know that they'll love the community before they even make the trip.
Yeah, so I'm a filmmaker myself, so I'm a writer-producer. I've been making movies for some time, and been traveling with the films that I've made. And every time I go somewhere, I try to commit to meeting anyone who is interested in the festival, anyone who is approaching the festival, any alumni, and we, by traveling so much, we start having small community events that were more like, hey, let's meet for drinks. And eventually we decided, okay, what if we start something that is a little bit more structured? So we started a partnership with Petit Salon at Petit Hermitage, where we screen our films on a rooftop in Los Angeles. We're starting a new partnership in London with beautiful people, BTG and FOMO House. And we're gonna screen alumni in London, and we're starting something in New York as well, that it's happening in the summer, and we're very excited with this amazing group, this amazing collective right in Brooklyn. So we decided to tap onto the people that love us so much, bring them together again, and do the same thing in a smaller space that, maybe it's a one evening thing, but yeah, and it keeps growing our impact. It keeps reminding people that, together we can do better.
As a festival founder, you've been around for 8 years doing this festival in Italy. What are the things you would say to filmmakers to watch out for? Because you watch a lot of film. So what are the things that you're like, maybe stay away from, or I would like to see more of?
Some tips.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think the first step when you approach the festival journey, which can be exhausting sometimes because it's a difficult place to start at, it's truly understand the movie you made.
Right.
And in the moment you understand the movie you made, you start understanding the place where this film can go to. And I have this idea that a lot of filmmakers have the ambition to reach up. If my movie makes it into Sundance, if it makes it into Tribeca or Cannes, I'll be accomplished. Something's gonna happen. Reality is that most of those films have a better chance in smaller festivals where the curation, where the community, where the people, the audience can make a true impact. And so understanding what's your film and where that movie can play, also understand that hey, maybe Cannes is not a place where I should aim for at all.
Right.
Sundance is not the place for me. There is incredible festivals all over the world. In the States, there is beautiful, smaller festivals that are incredibly impactful. We have worked with Slamdance since 2018. That was one of my biggest inspiration, with my co-founders of NOT. And Peter Baxter himself became a mentor for the festival. So Slamdance, who has committed to being themselves and never bending to the needs of something external, has actually grown a whole new way of making movies and promoting films. So has shifted an industry by being true to themselves. And something that Peter told me is that the day you realize the energy you spent in fighting a system can be used to creating a new one, it's actually the day where everything changes. And that's kind of what we decided to do. I'm like, let's not fight that. Let's just create a place that is happy and that where we want to be.
Happy. Yeah.
We all need that.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the things I think is most important for filmmakers to hear is, a lot of them don't leave money in their budget to submit to festivals, and then they're caught off guard because they have whatever amount they need to set aside, whether it's $500 to $3,000, whatever it is, for entry fees, for the travel, because the most important thing is once you get into a festival, getting there, because that's how you're going to network, that's how you're going to talk about your story, that's how you're going to meet the people that liked your work and are seeing your work, giving you feedback, things like that. But also from a strategy perspective, can you talk more about the success you're seeing of filmmakers that are actually getting to the events and getting to the festivals and how to make the most out of it?
Yeah, so I do probably 3-4 calls a day with filmmakers, friends of friends, alumni, people that I've met in coffee shops or at events that they go oh, Gio, what do you think should I do? And sometimes I give them a little bit of feedback on the movie that they made and where I think the movie can play at.
Yeah.
But my advice is always the same. I'm first you should attend festival as an audience member to understand what's happening there. And the place where you can start is actually the closest ones to you. So like, yes, leave a budget. Yes, make sure to have enough money to go there. Make sure that all those elements are in place. But before you do all that, like go to festivals.
Yeah.
Because that's where you also can meet programmers.
Mm-hmm.
Even prior you start submitting. You meet programmers and you meet other filmmakers that will give you their experience at festival and that will help you understand, what's happening out there, or they will introduce you to a programmer that has an understanding for your film. So festivals are a great place to go to, even if you're not there yet with your film.
Yeah.
You need to do some R&D fests.
Absolutely.
Some
All
research
right,
and
research
development.
and
Yes.
Aw.
And festivals are fun. That's, I think, one of the most beautiful expression of cinema.
Yeah.
Where, it's all about a celebration of something that has been already incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
And it's pure joy. And like I speak to filmmakers here that I met yesterday, they were telling me, like, oh, you should go to Band. You should go to Evolution Mallorca. You should go to we exchange places that I have been to or they have been to that were exciting places where there was like I don't know, an understanding of what's I cater to independent filmmakers, so an understanding of what an independent film is and what's happening in the industry for those films.
Yeah.
So like go to festivals, see as much as you can, connect to people, talk to people, expose yourself, tell others you're making a movie, and start that journey there so that you start seeing what's around you. And then in the moment you have done the movie, do more research on what was programmed before, what are those programmers doing, because there is a lot of programmers who actually, particularly in the States, program for multiple films. I had one of my films programmed at POF, Tallinn Black Night, which is an incredible festival in Europe. It's huge. Nobody knows of it in the States because it's in Estonia, in a tiny country in the Baltic, but it's actually an A-list festival in Europe. So we went there with a tiny Ecuadorian movie and found a French distributor willing to take on the film, and that now is taking the movie everywhere and it's coming out to cinemas on May 1st. Who would have ever imagined?
You just never know. You never know what kind of good is going to come from something.
Absolutely.
Like that.
Absolutely.
Now, one of the things, that we, I think, bonded on so closely from when we met about 6 months ago was, once again, education and community building.
Absolutely.
And before I get into this big announcement, I do want to tell everybody in person and on the live stream that if they have not signed up to the QR code on our backdrop over there, that we are doing giveaways for 6K cameras today at 3 p.m. And you need to sign up by 2 p.m. to enroll. So whether you're watching today on the NAB channel, on the NAB channels, or you are here in person, this is my wink wink to sign up so that you can win something for free.
Get your prizes.
So that you can get in on that draw. And speaking of free things, one of the things that we always are doing is trying to make filmmaking more accessible. And so all of our education, whether it's live or in person, is always free. It's always going to be as technical, creative, and practical merging together as we can possibly get for creators. And that's something that we bonded over. And Haley and I, over the past year of really driving this nonprofit forward for programming, have tried to figure out what programs can fit into the pipeline of filmmaking. So now we have a screenwriting fund. We have a fiscal sponsorship for alternative financing. We have the film challenge, which happens quarterly. So people are out there meeting people, making films. It's all free to do that. We work with vendors, a lot of them that are here today, like Blackmagic, like Great Video Maker. And also we have, the podcast for education, workshops, all of it recorded, all available for free. But something we were missing that when we were discussing kind of how we could partner together was post-production, right? And one of the steps there was distribution and festival strategy. I think we're really underserved as independent creators on education in that area. How do I get my film out there? How do I have it seen? How do I do it correctly? How do I not waste all of my money on festivals that might not be great for my film because I've just heard about, Sundance and I think I should submit, but they have like 8,000 shorts and like maybe it just doesn't fit in the theme of that year, but I like submit anyway. How can we save more money? How can we get it out to the right audience? And how can we make better projects? And so what we're announcing with Geo today is the Not Work in Progress program, which is a huge moment for us and for our community that is here on virtual, on our newsletter, and in person. And what that is we will be offering free test screenings of short films that we can also invite industry mentors to, so that huge industry mentors like Chad who does VFX for all of Fincher's films will come in. We'll have editing mentors, we'll have colorist mentors. And what that will be is that filmmakers will apply with their completed short film, and they will be able to get accepted and screen along 3 to 5 quarterly. So our first one will be the end of May. And you will get not only feedback from a select group of 30 to 45 people from a test screening, that's varied audience, but you also get 30 minutes of an educational mentorship program that will be specific to the feedback you're looking to get. And that'll happen live in person. And if you're not based in LA, which is where we're based, this will be available virtually. So even if you are wanting to screen a short or a web series, the first episode or a pilot, as long as it's under 25 minutes and you get accepted to that program, you'll be able to screen it with us. And we'll broadcast it. We'll make sure that we have a survey that your audience can fill out, which will have 3 types of questions. And that'll be the general thematic questions, your macro questions. So story, relationships, character. Is this character working? Is this character working? Is the relationship between these characters working? Do you understand the environment? How quickly did you pick up on something? As well as the micro questions. Did this line resonate? Did that joke hit? And so you're able to then 24 hours later in this program, go back with your editor or go back to post and say, okay, this didn't work for the audience. This needs to work better, so that you're saving money or you're saving time. So when you apply to festivals, you know that there's an audience there and you know what's working, what's not. The reason we created this program, on my tangent here.
This is not a tangent. You're being very informative.
Thank you so much. The reason we created this program is because we know that independent creators are not supported in this area I've mentioned, but we also know that it's in the feature world or in the studio world, there's always test screening. So why are we
mimics the model for studios and streamers?
Absolutely.
They get this test screening or multiple test screenings.
And that's how they're able to make the best product for an audience.
It's built into how they're marketing everything.
Yes. And so for our short films, which are our calling cards or our proof of concepts, we want to have the same success because that's the thing that people are going to hang on to and be like, they can do this. And so why not make it the strongest product, especially when the majority of our costs are out of pocket at this point? So we're really excited to launch this. Once again, we're really excited. We're really excited to launch this Not Work in Progress program as a part of our nonprofit, so that our filmmakers can take their projects and have better success rates with them, whether it's festival success, distribution success, or just understanding what's working in their script or what's not. So when they go to that final feature from the short, they know, and they can say, okay, those 2 characters, people didn't understand that this was their relationship or that this was the, issue they were having. How can I better represent it for my audience? Because at the end of the day, we're making something for an audience. We're making something for our community, and we want to do that successfully. So if you're interested in this program, it's obviously available at cinematographyforactors.com. It'll be available on the Not Film Fest website.
Yes.
And the applications have opened today. So the first one will be end of May. We'll be renting out a theater where we'll curate a live 30 to 45 person audience. And we will curate a survey with the filmmakers specifically about their characters, their environment, the questions they have, what issues they need, whether it's support in composing, sound, color, VFX, or editing. And we'll make sure to get a mentor that's specific to that.
That's something that's really great too, is it's not just like a random group of people that we're picking. Like the filmmaker will tell us what they need the advice on.
Correct.
And we'll be curating audience around that so that they can get the richest feedback possible.
And because I wanted to make sure that this project, this program was so seamless for filmmakers is we recently did a test of that on a film that I shot, Murphy's Ranch, with director John Michael Riva Jr. And what we did is we did a test screening of our rough cut. And we did about 45 questions that were asked to our audience. Took about 15 minutes for that survey. And we got real-time feedback the next day that he brought into the edit bay with our editor about what relationships weren't working. Did that joke land? Did you not pick up on it? Did you understand it? Did the log line match what the end product was? Do you want to see more of this world? It was a proof of concept. Or are you happy with where it landed? All of those things are so key because we, as directors and producers, stick with our projects for such a long amount of time. And so we want to make sure that it's working and that it's worth the time that we spend on it.
And also, that kind of data can also be really beneficial for a filmmaker who's lived and, lived and breathed their story from inception,
totally.
to help them kind of remove themselves emotionally at the really
she needs water, folks.
Pivotal. I've been talking for days. Pivotal point where it needs to go more into strategy and marketing. And is this actually the best story we're telling now for our audience?
Totally. And Gio, tell me about what your feelings are about the Work in Progress Lab.
I'm very excited.
Yes.
Stole your line.
Thank you. You're a part of CFA now.
No, I think it's what's beautiful about this program, and I'm gonna actually do a side note. We met 6 months ago over at Ollie Shorts for one of the programs you guys run, which is the fiscal sponsorship program, and I was blown away because a lot of people were telling me that there were those two incredible filmmakers doing something really cool at CFA, and I never put the two things together. And then when I met you guys at Ollie Shorts, everybody was like, "Oh, you gotta meet them. You gotta meet them. You gotta meet them." And when I met you guys, I was like, "Wow, incredible! You guys are a force of nature." I have been learning so much from sitting a few times in the office with you and seeing you guys work. So thank you, first of all.
Thanks for joining us there.
And being able to create a program with CFA and not together, it's kind of like bringing together two communities that are doing very similar things in different ways. And that's also incredibly important because I believe that the strength of independent cinema is in work of groups doing something, and tapping into a work in progress moment of the life of a filmmaker. It's incredibly important because that's when a lot of the most important decisions are made.
Yes.
Like towards the end, where everybody's rushed, when everybody is like want to see the end of the day, and having feedback, having the opportunity for feedback by professional, by a community of people that cares, that is engaged, that shares the same values, that wants to support you. It's not going to be we're not there to criticize you. We're here to elevate you. We're here to make sure that you have all you need in order to end with a boom. And so like do that for me was very exciting. And seeing a program coming to life in so fast, because that's another of your greatest strength. You guys are incredible. I'm like, it takes me forever to get out of bed. You guys are way ahead of everyone else at 8:30 in the morning. So
Now,
you guys are amazing.
Yeah, and so in addition to, thank you very much, but the addition to end of May for our first one, the next one will actually be hosted at your film fest in Italy in August.
You guys will be there with us, which is also like a really, really fun thing. I'm very excited to show you what we do live at the festival. So so the idea was to start creating hubs for work in progress. So the one we're doing here is going to be more US centered. The one we're going to do in Italy is going to be more European centered. And also will be an opportunity for us to kind of see how different communities work and what the interest of those communities is, and test a process of collaborators and
Yeah.
mentors and so forth. So that should be really cool.
So my final thing I have to say about this before we wrap up is I'm really excited. But it's also that now that means at CFA, not only do we support your scripts in a screenwriting fund and make sure that you have a collaborative group cohort of screenwriters and get your script to a place. We also have a film challenge quarterly that's free. So 4 times a year, you can be making a movie for free that gets seen by us, has cameras available, has software available, partners with some of the best vendors that are here. We also have alternative financing, which means that we can help your films get funded through tax-deductible donations. You also can learn how to make your films better because we have free education constantly, that no matter where you are in the world, you can watch that live, ask questions to our mentors, suggest things that you want to see. But now we have this incredible program where from conception, you can be with CFA, to post-production and getting it out into the world, you can be with CFA. And this just like this collaboration of having a pipeline of programs is something that I hope that we can all grow together. Our slogan that we keep saying is bridging the gap between talent and crew. But recently we've been saying, let's grow together, and let's grow together in an accessible community of independent creators where we're working with festival founders like Geo who are supporting us from the ground up. And then you can work with our nonprofit that is constantly growing with wonderful collaborators that you can continue to work and grow with. So Gio, thank you so much for coming in to announce this with us.
Thank you, guys.
If you're interested, you can find more information at cinematographyforactors.com. And if you have any questions, feel free to send us an email at contact@cinematographyforactors.com. If you're here in person, you can talk to us after, or you can grab a card. Our wonderful team is here to support us. Thanks so much, everyone.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thanks. Bye.
Hello and welcome to the League of Filmmakers booth. I'm just going to do the intro because I just assumed somebody at the desk. I'm Ricardo Martinez from the Latin Exorcists. I'm the co-founder. Jose Chavez is the other co-founder, and we're here today with William Hellsmith. Helmuth. I knew I'd mess that up. I apologize. But cinematographer, producer, writer, director.
Really, cinematography is my day job. So I'm a professional DP, and then, but I also direct. I'll direct my own short films. I have a feature film I've, been developing, pitching, and packaging, and should hopefully get off the ground soon. But yeah, DP is really my professional type of thing.
Well, also when I was looking at your biography, I was really impressed. Number one, he's got a beautiful Instagram. If William, is it William dot
It's William Helmuth _DP.
William Helmuth _DP on Instagram. Go check it out. It looks really nice. But also in hearing about your bio, you have a short on Dust, the Dust channel. Congratulations, called Alone, right? Yes. I think I've seen parts of it. I remember watching a little bit before, but you had like these intricate sets that you had built for like a spaceship.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah,
And
an escape pod.
an escape pod. That's right. That's right. This is a while ago, right? This was like 2 years ago.
I shot that in January 2020.
Wow.
Right before COVID, back when people were still making the Corona beer jokes,
Yeah.
And but we started trying to make that in 2018. I found it in a anthology of short stories in a book. And the author of that short story, J. Scott Worthington, turns out we have a bunch of mutual friends. And so I reached out to him and I said, hey, I love your short story. I want to make it into a short film.
It's cool.
And we met, talked about it, decided to do it, and spent all of 2019. It was a story that I knew, like, if I can just find someone who can build this set for me, then I can make this movie. And it took us about a year to find somebody. And when we found the person, it was like, just like that. He built the set. Jay had money he had kind of saved up to self-finance it. Because he always wanted to make the short story into a film, so he had kind of set aside a little fund, and so that's what we used to go make it. It was like $6,000, just went out and did it.
Don't tell anybody.
I know.
Don't name numbers. Don't name numbers.
Yeah.
But, he said sure it's $1,000.
Yeah, that's right.
He said it was 15, could be 30. We don't know.
But we did it. We got that set built and made the film. It premiered on Dust, like you said.
Yeah.
We were able to get it into some decent festivals, Edmonton, Holly Shorts, Dances with Films,
Yeah.
Had a good run there. And that's we just finished casting the leads for the feature version of that.
Oh, cool.
Wow. Okay, so there's a feature.
And hopefully we'll be shooting that later this year as well. So if everything goes according to plan. So
that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, in terms of finding the set, like the person who built the set, can you talk like was that person like a production designer, or was it someone who was just like a constructor or
a production designer? So it's just all about asking, because I didn't know a production designer really who could do it, So I met with someone, talked with her for a while, and it turned out it wasn't really for her. She had other things going on, and then after that it was just asking one person after the next and getting told no over and over and over again. But it's kind of the story where I just knew like someone out there is going to want to do this.
Yeah.
I just have to keep asking, and sure enough, through connection of a connection of connection, I just kept going. I met with a guy, and also just always being really humble in my ask, because I knew I was offering the person way less than it was worth, and just being humble, not trying to sell it as some amazing opportunity.
Sure.
But really, it's always bringing it back to the story. Read the script. If you connect with it, and you want to do it, awesome.
Yeah.
If you don't, that's
totally
fine.
Cool.
Just no hard feelings.
Yeah.
We'll go our ways. But and I find that approach usually makes people they're willing to at least look at it usually.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I gotta ask. So you make the short, you get it on Dust.
Yeah.
What are all the effects of that short that you think you've been able to see? Did it open any doors for you that you didn't think would happen?
Yeah, absolutely. There were producers who were, interested in talking to me because they really liked it.
Yeah.
We were able to pitch the feature to some people here and there. And it really just like, even probably the most significant door it opened up though was just like the collaboration that it started between myself and Jay, who wrote it. He he helped produce the short with me. He wrote the short, and then it led to us developing the feature film together, and then doing another short together, and then just this last weekend another short. And we just kind of keep collaborating. He's produced commercials with me that I've shot. He's produced branded content for my. That to me, like, yeah, sure, like doors might open up where like production companies or other people are willing to talk to us because they like the short. But the relationships are always going to be the best thing for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so like that collaborative relationship really is what, in my opinion, ended up being the most significant gain from that experience.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And because we do a podcast called Shared Nightmares, and it really is about, at the core of it, your fears in general and how you can create story from that.
Yeah.
But then we tailor it also to Hollywood and just you're getting jobs and things like that. So for me, when I made my short film, it's always the unknown of turning the script into actual 3D, right? Aside from the unknown, what was the biggest fear? Was there a particular scene, or was it something that stood out to you that was like, I'm really scared to do this? Or
yeah, specifically with Alone, like for me, filmmaking is all about, as early as possible, identifying what the fears I have regarding the production. What could go wrong, what's going to be those, and then mitigating that as much as possible. So Alone, it was probably VFX, because I don't know how to do VFX myself.
Yeah.
And on an indie level, a lot of times that's kind of what you have to do to make sure that it gets done at all. So it was obviously finding someone from the very beginning. The VFX artist on that was the first person I brought on, and the last person that really touched the project as well. It's kind of through the whole thing. And it was also making sure I've shot for VFX a lot, so I understand that side of things.
Yeah.
Doing production with VFX in mind. And I knew I needed to basically minimize VFX as much as possible in the film. So what that meant was, it takes place in space, and there's this portal where you can see the black hole.
Yeah.
And I decided, like, I can't let any of that be post. I can't leave any of that to post. I need to get it in camera.
Wow.
So because otherwise it's going to be just so many hours in post, for every single shot, trying to put that in there. So we set up a projector outside of this is before like LED wall days, really.
I love
volume
that.
Days.
Yeah.
And so we set up a projector outside of the window and projected my VFX artist. The very first thing he did was create space effects, design the black hole, all that kind of stuff, and made the elements for the portal view. And we had 3 different stages because she keeps sinking closer to the black hole. So there's the first one where it's kind of far away and you can just kind of see like some of the anomalies, and then she just keeps getting deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
And so I kind of broke the script down into 3 different phases where, here's the beginning where she's not that close, and then there's this turning point, now she's closer, and then here is this final moment where she's like, on the brink. And then and then he just built those 3 elements, and then we would just project those on set. Each one was like a 5-minute loop.
Yeah.
And then we just ran with that. And that was really like, that was my greatest fear was
cool.
the VFX, but it just finding someone who was, again, just really enthusiastic about the project and just wanted to see it get made. And I knew he'd be willing to always go the extra mile to make sure all of his work got done. And then also in post-production though, because I realized like we had all these screen replacements to do, and that original VFX artist he just had like these big VFX shots to do that took place in space.
You didn't have time for the smaller ones.
Yeah, and so I realized like, well, I got some other buddies of mine out in Texas, Jacob and Ross Hamill, and I reached out to them and said, hey, you guys, they're pretty handy with the VFX. And I thought like, this is something you think you guys could do? All the screen replacement stuff. So I just started basically VFX producing, and like delegating different VFX out to people. So my original guy Rick was doing all the space elements, and then the Hamill Bros, I passed off all the screen replacement stuff to them. And so one of the Jacob designed like this whole UI for that,
the control board.
Uh-huh.
Or whatever, yeah.
And then Ross did all the tracking, and I don't even know the right terminology for all of that, like
Well, no,
VFX.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was like really elaborate. He was able to like throw stuff out of focus to support, and mimic the way like the lenses worked and stuff. And it looks so seamless now. Like it's
awesome.
funny. I'll watch BTS and I'll forget that
it looked
that
like
screen was there.
Yeah. It's so cool.
And you couldn't put the stuff on the actual working practical screens, right? That was like because there was used like old stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we would usually put like a green screen on the iPad.
Yeah.
With like little tracking X's on there.
Yeah.
And just do it all in post.
Well, I was gonna say, I feel like going back to kind of what you're saying, and what I feel like what a lot of people don't realize is filmmaking is very humbling. It's a very humbling because you have to realize, what am I not good at, and I need to like hire the right people to, because the truth is you can't do everything unless you're funding it yourself, and it takes 5 years to complete a short film. So I'm curious, because you teach, and when you're doing your teaching, what's a big lesson that you kind of translate to your students, or if there's something that at one point you hit hard?
Yeah, what I tell them a lot is practice. Like they ask a little. So I teach cinematography at Biola University, and what comes up a lot when I'm giving feedback to them is they'll ask, how will they know when something is good, right? Like how will they? Because they'll shoot something and they'll think it's great, right? And then they turn it in, and I just rip it apart, or here's everything wrong with what you shot. Yeah, because that's what made me grow, was when I would shoot stuff that I really thought was amazing, and I would show it to, DPs who are further along than myself, and get really brutally honest feedback from them, and it'd always be devastating. But the way that I grew was exponential.
Sure.
And so the question they have is I'll shoot it and I think it's great, and then you tear it apart and I realize it's not as great as I thought it was, and I try to encourage them too and let them know you have growth to do, but you're still far better than just some random person. You still have a skill,
Yeah.
So I just tell them the only way you're really gonna learn, be able to tell when something is quality, is just by practicing and just doing it a lot. There's no shortcut. I can't tell you if this checks off and that, there's nothing. You just have to keep doing it, and then one day, it's just gonna click.
It'll click, yeah.
And you're gonna realize this is my voice.
Exactly.
This is how I like to do things. And it's not even I like to do things this way, so here's how I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's just self-awareness that you're gonna suddenly realize, and as you do things a lot, you'll develop the ability to look at your work more objectively.
Absolutely.
And you'll be able to see this doesn't look good, and the workshop why it doesn't look good until it does.
I would also even say too, getting on top of that, not being afraid to ask questions. And again, it's very humbling because you, for instance, right, the obvious thing is we all have cameras on our phones and we can go film, but right away when you start to film something, you're like, that doesn't look like what the why does it not look like that?
Yeah.
Well, it has to do with your lenses, right? So it's
lighting, lenses,
lighting,
position of camera framing, but also I mean, that was the thing I was going to say was you reminded me of this this phrase about filmmaking where in art general, it's the Ira Glass thing where it's where he says about there's, as a new artist, you start out with this image in your mind of the art that you want to make, but that image in your mind as a new artist is always different than your skill level. And really, if you just have that patience to get over that hump of your skill level not reaching the image in your mind, eventually you'll be able to start creating the image in your mind, right?
Yeah.
Because I think maybe one thing I would kind of ask is, or kind of add on there was there is no right or wrong cinematography. There's that cinematography that you accomplish that is closest to what you pictured in your mind, right? As an artist, right? Because it's the same thing with painting, right?
Yeah.
But maybe it's the confidence, maybe it's all of the practice of doing 3-point lighting, that you eventually throw it together.
I teach them things all right, a far side key is going to get you there 90% of the time.
Right.
But it's not a rule. There are no rules. But I'm giving you guys all these different tools, and really the point of all this stuff, 3-point lighting or any of that stuff, is it's about learning how to think about light. When you start understanding how it interacts with environments, and how your camera interacts with that light, then you're going to start knowing when breaking the rules is going to work for you, you know,
Right.
and when it looks good. Like, but it's about understanding how it interacts with the world.
Right. Can you talk about, actually, this might be a good segue into like how you use lighting and camera work to like kind of, evoke, for instance, horror. We love horror and sci-fi, obviously,
And
but
you're
like,
using Blackmagic camera, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, not all the time. Like,
Sure.
you know,
Don't
I
say
go.
that. No, we're joking.
Most
we're
of the
joking.
time.
That's a joke. That's
I
a joke.
do. I mean, I do use Blackmagic cameras a lot.
Yeah.
I find myself, you know, I don't know. Clients sometimes, you know, will have a camera that they need to use or whatever, or sometimes they'll be for various reasons another camera that seems best fit for the job, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, I do own Blackmagic cameras. And
Sure.
them a bunch.
Yeah.
I've always been just like.
But lenses wise, like, how do you dive into like a scene when you really want to like? I guess did you shoot a horror project recently? What was your most recent project? Was
a film a couple of years ago, a horror film. Yes. One of the stars on that was Tony Todd, which is super fun. We got to be friends
Rest
on that.
in peace. Rest in
Yeah.
peace.
Yeah.
You worked with a legend.
Oh yeah, it is, I mean, he was a true gentleman too. Like, he was the kind of guy that would go out of his way to talk to every crew member,
Amazing.
you
I
know,
love
and
people
like
like
really.
that.
Candyman, right?
Yeah,
Candyman. I
Candyman,
mean,
yeah.
but not just Candyman. He's like
Final Destination.
Final
It's
Destination,
just
yeah.
a horror icon.
He was in some excellent episodes of Star Trek.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying. He was in Star Trek. Yeah.
But yeah. He. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
When using the Pixis, are the things that like, because I mean, the Pixis has just come out, so like we haven't shot with it. We're also thinking about, we want to shoot with it too. But if we were going to use the Pixis, like, give us a skinny, like, what are your tricks that you use with the Pixis, the Blackmagic, or or the Cine, any of the new cameras? Like, is there any kind of thing? Teach us.
Yeah. I mean, the Pixis, like, I love the size. Like, ergonomically, it's very nice. Like, when you get that cage on there, it's like, it's incredible for handheld stuff.
Need a cage.
Yeah, you need a cage.
Okay.
It's great for any kind of like rigging you might want to do, like car stuff or anything like that.
Car stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I did some car stuff with it. Some of the initial like sample footage testing is on the Blackmagic site, and it was great. Like, really easy to rig.
Nice.
It's not like a great slow-mo camera, right? Like, it doesn't get really. You can't do really high frame rates on it.
Yeah.
Like 120, 128, 160.
You know, I'm not certain. No, it's like if you're at 8K or 6K, I think it's like 48 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
You know, yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, for a lot of narrative settings, you don't really need that
you
either
don't
way.
need it,
Right.
But it's
the Lars von Trier like slow mo.
Yeah. What I find is really great about it is that the sensor, the full frame sensor, really does have an incredible image.
Powerful, very powerful.
Yeah, and
low light
and
too,
the
right?
dynamic range. I never shoot low light. I just don't do it. Even
Oh
if
my
I'm
God.
sitting in the dark, I
Wow.
always light my sets. I always
Okay.
let shadows be shadows. I'm
Okay.
never afraid of clipping shadows. If it looks good, I shoot it exactly
awesome.
how I want it to look.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
So like I've never, but I leave it at 400 ISO and forget it.
Yeah, I think I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like as a cinema that has transitioned over the years, I think that we've become too used to like realistic lighting.
Yeah.
I almost like would love us to go back to like almost like black and white, really
Yeah.
like intense,
Oh yeah.
fake elaborate
Theatrical.
right like lighting, you know, because
Theatrical,
it's like it's expressive and
Yeah.
not everything has to look realistic.
I always want to create contrast, and that's
Exactly.
usually either with luminance levels between background, foreground, or side, or color. And
Yeah, I love that, yeah.
and I'm always like one of those two things, and that's kind of going back to that black and white thing.
Yeah.
So
We have to wrap soon, right? We have I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, I'm getting the signal from our Alfredo, our Alfredo, our co-founder.
I
Yeah.
have a question in terms of working with like a director.
Yeah.
In terms of like what is it that you're like maybe like the number one thing you jump on a project?
Yeah.
What is it you want to know in terms of like this is like as a person I'm jumping on, what is it that you want to know? Like from the director.
I want to know, what is this movie about?
Okay.
So I break down the script as DP the same way an actor will. So I'm looking at the full spine of the story and
Okay.
individual little key turning points. What are the emotional events within every scene? What's really happening? What is this really about?
Okay.
And then I make my cinematography about that.
That's awesome.
It's as soon as I started doing that and I stopped worrying about making it look like a movie, that everything started looking like a movie. So that's
Love that.
like what my question with the director is always like, what's really happening in to see.
What's the motivation?
Yeah.
What's the motivation for this lighting?
Yep.
For this camera setup? Where are we
Now
getting
that we
to?
got to wrap up. Yeah.
Okay.
What, do you have any like things like social media? What do you want to like? You know,
Yeah, so Instagram, William Helmuth _DP. That's my Instagram. You can find my info there. Go to my website, williamhelmuth.com.
And the films
got
that
my
are coming-
reel and all the stuff there. So yeah.
Films coming out, like short films.
I shot. Oh, you can find my short film Alone on YouTube. If you just search Alone Dust, there are actually 2 Alones on Dust now. Mine is the one with more views. So
Yes.
watch that one.
More views.
Yeah, you know, I'm not saying the other one is bad. Just that's
No,
mine,
no,
mine
that's
is more.
what-
So- And then you can also find my Civil War short starring starring Tony Todd on YouTube. It's called Dixieland. It is if you search Dixieland Crafty, it's on a channel called Crafty. You can find it there.
Cool.
And then I just shot a short film last weekend called All That's Left, and you can be looking for that probably in festivals later this year.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much.
Really appreciate it. It's a
Yes.
pleasure.
We want to thank our sponsors, of course, Black Magic Design, but also Hollyland, Ceramonic USA. They've been really supportive. We are the Latin Exorcists,
We are the Latin
Jose
Exorcists,
and
yeah.
Ricardo here. And you can find us at Latin Exorcists on Instagram or latinexorcist.com. This has been super rad to talk to.
Yeah.
I mean, amazing DP cinematographer. Nice to meet you again.
Yes, absolutely.
Everybody, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for coming to the live
Very cool.
stream. We're going to wrap up. Oh, look, we got an applause.
Hey.
All right. Are we...
Anything and everything can be conceived. Nothing is impossible if you believe. I am Maya the Magnificent, and I invite you and your imagination to enter this magical world of my creation. Prepare for the unforeseen. As the queen of illumination, I declare there is magic in the air, in the hearts of every everyone, everywhere.
Prepare to be mystified as the Shangri-La Springs Hotel and Casino proudly presents a one-night special event featuring the legendary Maya the Magnificent. Get your tickets now for a local price of 60 buckaroos.
Abu, what are you doing? That was Maya the Magnificent, the greatest magician that has ever lived. And she's going to be here at Shangri-La Springs. I have to see her.
You want magic? Well, we'll show you real magic and for free. Get up. Watch. Rosa?
La 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 la. Okay, cool. But I need to go to that show.
Ahora no, Birdie. Dale. Go over there and sit down right now. You know you're not supposed to be here. Jerry finds out that I'm bringing you to work. He'll fire me in a heartbeat.
Oh, Jerry would just love to find you doing something wrong, Linda. You get all uptight and start wagging his little finger, talking about the pillars of the hospitality industry.
Hope you're enjoying your steak, folks.
Oh, no. Speak of the devil.
I know. Oh, okay, Mr. Magician, it's time to make yourself disappear. Hurry, hurry. Go, go.
Oh, hey, Jerry.
Hi.
Ladies, weren't you supposed to be done with this room 17 minutes ago? Chop, chop.
Sorry, Jerry. We'll move faster.
What in the world is going on here?
Oh, Jerry, I can explain.
How many times do I have to tell you? Shampoo, then conditioner, then body wash. Attention to details, please. It is a core pillar of the hospitality industry. And for God's sake, stop giving away so many mints. What do you think this is, the Ritz?
Oh, it won't happen again. I'm sorry.
It's one per guest. One guest, one mint. Two guests, two mints. Basic math, right? Not rocket surgery. Comprende?
Yes, we'll get it done. Birdie, come on.
When you are young and naive, you believe all of your dreams will come true. But can that bright shining light survive as life unfolds and holds you? Never outgrow the child inside you. Let them dance, play, laugh, and beguile you. Believe in magic and it will find you. Every dream you dream can come true. Over and under, there's magical wonders waiting to be explored. Anything's possible, sunshine and thunder, magic, dragons and swords. Never outgrow the child inside you. Let them dance, play, laugh, and beguile you. Believe that every dream you dream can come true.
Look within and you might find the magic cosmos deep inside your mind. Imagination unleashed and wild. The infinite can come true. The universe is in you.
Cuando eres joven todos disponen de gran imaginación. Pero a ver gente, si te das cuenta, la vida es desilusión. Never outgrow the child inside you. Let them dance, play, laugh, and beguile you. All your dreams can come true. There's magic in you.
Ay, Birdie, deja de soñar con las musarañas. ¡Vámonos!
You know, we can't afford luxuries right now.
But there isn't going to be another time. It's one night only.
Bertie, I said no.
Ooh, what if I sell my Legos? I could probably get like $100 for those.
I mean, you probably couldn't get $3 for those.
$3? Ooh, what if I sell my skateboard? It's got to be worth something.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If you help out around the house and you pay a little bit more attention to your reading, I can give you a small allowance.
Really? Yes, yes, yes!
Okay, it may not be enough to get you your ticket, so don't get so excited, huh? But it'll be a start.
A start is better than nothing.
Yes.
I'll find a way to raise the rest of the money. Watch, Abu. Just watch. If I put my mind to it, I can do anything. Anything and everything. Can conceive. Nothing is impossible if you believe.
Yo.
Aren't they magnificent?
Oh, they're beautiful.
These stitches are amazing.
Linda, you really have a gift. You should open up your own shop.
Not only he likes me, that ship has sailed a long time ago. Oh, thank you.
This is for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As the king of illumination, I declare there is magic in the air, in the hearts of everyone, everywhere.
Okay, mijo, here. So, how are your savings coming along?
Abu, I never realized how much $60 is. That's a lot of money.
Tú sigue, mijo. Keep working hard for what you want. El que persevera, triunfa.
But what if I can't do it?
Listen to me, chiquitico. The truth is, you may not make it to your goal, but the lessons you are learning right now about hard work and how to get to that goal will eventually fill that little piggy bank of yours 1,000 times over.
The show's in 3 days.
Maybe reading a book will help you figure something out. No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cold water, $3. Cold water, $3. Cold water, $3. Oh, yeah! I did it! I did it, Abu! I did it! You guys see my magnificent!
No! Oh, mijito, I knew you would do it. I knew you would.
Yeah.
How much money did you collect?
$61.42.
You have enough for a ticket?
Mm-hmm.
When are we gonna get it?
Like maybe tomorrow.
Are you proud?
Yeah.
Okay, sweetheart. Ay, concho. Got you in this.
Prepare to be surprised. Now watch the magic unfold before your eyes.
Hey, what in the world is going on around here?
Jerry, I can explain.
No, save it. What do you think I'm running here, a daycare center? Huh? You know the rules, Linda. No kids allowed.
Come on, Jerry. Where's she supposed to leave her kid?
Not my problem.
But Jerry,
No, look, I can't have you setting a bad example around here. Pack your things. You're fired.
Jerry,
Come on,
please.
let's go. Anyone else? Let's go.
Abu, I'm sorry. But you know, it's okay now. 'Cause now you'll just get a better job.
it's not that simple, Bertie.
But Maya says, prepare for the unforeseen. Waking
Por favor, ahora no.
anything and everything can be conceived. Nothing's impossible if you.
Bertie, enough. Magic isn't real. Pon los pies en la tierra, mijo. Shitty things happen. And there's not a trick in the world that will ever change that. I'm really scared, Rosa. Who's gonna hire an old lady like me? I'm gonna start looking. Yeah. Okay.
Morning, Abu.
Oh, mi amor. How about yesterday?
It's okay. I understand.
Today's a big day, huh?
I guess so.
You know, I have some errands to run and some job interviews. So Rosa's going to take you to buy your ticket, okay?
Sounds good, Abu.
See? I can do magic too.
Okay, let's go.
Bye, Linda.
Hey, Rosa. I need your help with something.
Uh-oh. You're not about to get me fired too, are you?
Fun.
I'm sorry. It's just that my machine broke and I'm having to do everything by hand and it's taking a lot long. Oh. Yes. I understand. Thank you. ¿Pero qué es esto?
It's for you.
Bertie, no! Why did you do this?
I don't need to meet Maya the Magnificent to be a great magician. I could just teach myself magic from those library books.
I know, mijo, but you work so hard.
I don't really need to go to a magic show, but you really need that sewing machine.
Ay, mijo. You know, your mom would have been so proud. No? There, I have something for you too.
What? Abu, this is amazing. It's just like Maya's.
You know what? I want you to go put it on. Hurry. We don't have much time. Go.
Your driver has arrived. Hold up a second. Am I in the right trailer? I didn't realize the Maya the Magnificent lived in this trailer park too.
Rosa, it's me, Birdie.
It's impossible.
It's me.
No, quit pulling my leg.
No, seriously.
Get out of town.
It's me.
What? Come on. Let's gotta go.
Wait, where are we going?
Maya the Magnificent!
Oh, you're fired. We can't go back to the casino.
The things I love best about my job is all the great friends I made. Rosa, step on it. We got a show to catch.
Hey, Jerry, glad I ran into you. There are a couple discrepancies on my last paycheck. I was wondering if you have 10 party minutes.
Lucille, fire codes.
Oh, Jerry, watch your step.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Please help me welcome to the stage, Maya the Magnificent.
As the queen of illumination, I declare there is magic in the air. In the hearts of everyone. Thank you, my dear friends. It's been an honor and a delight to share my spectacle with you tonight. Oh, I hope to see you all again for a magical soiree. But until then, I must say...
Wait. Miss Magnificent. You can't end yet. I have a trick I want to show you.
Well, yes, of course. Come on up.
Really?
Yes, the stage is all yours. What's your name and where on earth did you get such an amazing costume?
I'm Birdie. Birdie the Brilliant. And my abuela made this for me.
All right, Bertie the Brilliant. Show us what you've got.
Crap, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Anything's possible if you believe.
It's possible if you believe.
Little one, you have a gift.
You really think so?
I do.
Thanks, Miss Magnificent.
Well, it is time we bid adieu. So, open your minds, don't confine it. For those who don't believe in magic,
we'll never find it.
Wow. So you are Birdie the Brilliant, right?
Yes.
Amazing job. And such a cool outfit. Great attention to details. So you made this for your grandson?
Yes, ma'am.
This might be a bit forward. The Casino Cabaret has an opening for the custom department. Would you be interested? It's a full-time gig, and the pay is not bad.
Oh, there you are. Sorry to interrupt, ma'am. These two entered illegally. They snuck in. But don't worry, I'll take care of them.
Whoa. Magic. I don't know what you're talking about. Our tickets are right here, mister.
Well, that's impossible. Nothing is impossible if you believe.
Magia en tu corazón, magia en tu imaginación, magia que ves, abracadabra, 1, 2, 3. It's magic, I got a trick for you. Magic, bitty bitty boo. Magia brillante que mueve el mundo. Al revés, ¿qué crees? Magic, question everything you know. And down the rabbit hole you go. You believe in magic. Magia, la caja de Pandora abrí. Maravillas descubrí. El mundo inspira magia. Magic, hocus pocus, magic wand. Cast the spell outside of man. It's worth of in the magic. 1, 2, 3, what do you see? Do you believe there's magic inside of you? 1, 2, 3, no te crees. Do you believe in magic? It's magic, I got a trick for you. Magic, bitty baddy boo. Magia brillante que vuelve el mundo al revés. ¿Qué crees? Queen of the sparkle, goddess of shine. 1, 2, 3, what do you see?
Finally.
Sorry, I had to grab a drink. Hey,
Are you kidding me?
Boba Guys is just around the corner.
What is wrong with you?
Hey, Boba Guys.
Why can't you just focus on the job?
I am focused. Shut the fuck up. Excuse me. Mommy and Daddy are talking. So,
Do you know how long
hey,
I've been waiting for you?
Can we just not do this here? It's embarrassing.
Are you kidding me?
Hey, it looks bad. Shut the fuck up. Wow, aggressive.
Where she gets it.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's just take a step back and relax.
Get what you need?
Yeah.
What?
Ages ago. This guy won't shut up.
Huh?
Davis is in Puerto Rico.
No, hold on. Wait. Oh, God. Nice.
Hey, behind you!
God, that was hot.
Good job, baby.
Oh shit, your mom's gonna kill us.
Someone had to stop the road.
Okay, but I didn't want to come empty-handed. You
Blame you. She loves you.
Yes, for tonight.
And the event?
Engagement party. You know, I don't want to be single Sylvie again. You know, dating in LA is hard enough without my tantas badgering me about when I'll be marrying a good Asian boy.
I got an engagement party. Was there something else?
I'm sorry, I'm sure you could care less.
Uh-huh. And do you have any preferences for your date?
I don't know. Tall, dark, and handsome.
Tall, dark, handsome.
I mean, I don't know if you have any Indonesian.
We do have Indonesian.
Oh, you do?
Yes, absolutely. We can accommodate that.
That'd be perfect.
Are there any other preferences besides what you already mentioned?
Other preferences? No, nothing really, as long as you can string a sentence together.
Okay.
I mean, not that sex workers can't be smart. I mean, not that this is sex work. I mean, not that anything's wrong with.
Right.
Anyway, 5 p.m., Hotel St. Williams, room 17.
We'll find the perfect match.
Okay, thank you.
Card?
What?
Charge the card?
Yes, on the card.
Perfect, that's it.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Have a lovely day for hire.
Hi, Sylvie. I'm Wes.
My favorite.
Sorry?
I love lilies.
Oh.
Thank you. It's a nice touch. Oh, sorry. Hi, I'm Sylvie.
Hi.
Please come in. I'm just about ready, so you don't mind waiting a minute, do you?
No? You...
So, it's not supposed to be a fancy thing, but knowing my cousin, it'll involve some unfucking believably expensive and pretentious dish flown in from overseas. Oh, you are packing.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. I've never done this before, and I'm a bit of a wreck.
Yeah, it can be a bit awkward. You get used to it after a couple times.
Oh, so you've been doing this a while then?
That makes me sound like a pro.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah. Okay. They really just brought the entire jungle of Java to LA.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Sylvie!
Tante Rita, Tante Indah.
Sama siapa?
Oh, saya Wes, anaknya Ibu Linda.
Oh, ganteng ya.
Mau ya sama Sylvie? Foto yuk.
Buat chatin mama-mama.
I need Sylvie for a minute.
Oh, makasih.
Okay, let me see.
How's the party? Is it horrible enough for you?
Train wreck. But you won't stop talking about the fucking wonky flown in from Matsusaka.
Oh, sorry. This is Wes, my date.
Of course he is. Hi, Wes. Oh, so good to see you here.
You two know each other.
Diba? Wes and I go way back.
You do?
Sylvie,
Congrats.
Hi, Wes. Congratulations.
Thank you. You just have to try the Wagyu. It was flown in from Matsusaka. Well, I have to go check in on Jeffrey. Can't leave him too long or else the bridesmaids will eat him alive. I need a drink.
Dia itu lebih ganteng ya daripada si Alex. Sana deh Alex, bye. Hey, siapa tahu nanti kalian deh yang bakal undang-undang sebentar lagi ya nggak sih?
Ma, permisi ya, kita mau cari minuman dulu.
Oh iya silakan.
Thank you. You're doing great.
No problem. I know how these things go.
So, how long have you known Carol?
About 2 years now. She's one of my favorite customers.
She is.
Oh yeah, she comes in for regular service, but every once in a while, she needs that extra attention.
She does.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys do that then?
Do what?
You know, service.
Oh yeah, top to bottom, I'm your guy. You okay?
Yes, I just I didn't think that you guys did that.
Did what?
You know, full service.
Oh, just get this fucking disaster over with already. You tried the steak yet? It's actually pretty good.
Would you ladies excuse me for a minute? I just need to find the visit.
God, he's gorgeous. If I were single, the things I'd do to that man.
Carol, I know. Wes told me you said you're one of his favorite customers. Jesus, Carol, I thought you were happy with Vince.
I am happy with Vince.
Does he know?
About what? About Wes. Of course. He's been saying Wes since I've met him.
What's wrong with me? You're being so casual about this.
It is casual. Mostly maintenance, but he's really good. Honestly, a lifesaver.
He is?
The best. You really should. Okay. Mr. Cohen! Just the man I wanted.
Smile.
You know, I have total respect for what you do, right?
Okay, great. You need to get that.
In my room.
You look. Wait, are you? Yeah! Get it, girl! Woo!
Oh my god. What am I doing?
Get that deal!
Yes, but with the sex worker. Not that there's anything wrong with sex work, but I mean, I thought, live a little, right? And then you said he was really good, so.
Sex worker. Mechanic. Sylvie, who works on our car.
What?
You think I set you up with a guy I'm sleeping with?
Set me up with. What the hell are you talking about, Carol? That's my date for hire.
God, that's the guy who you're on a blind date with. I told you about this last week. I left you a message.
What message?
On WhatsApp.
Use WhatsApp.
Sylvie? Sylvie?
Hello, cantik. Sorry I'm late. I missed my bus.
Anything and everything can be conceived. Nothing is impossible if you believe. I am Maya the Magnificent, and I invite you and your imagination to enter this magical world of my creation. Prepare for the unforeseen. As the queen of illumination, I declare there is magic in the air, in the hearts of everyone, everywhere.
Prepare to be mystified as the Shangri-La Springs Hotel and Casino proudly presents a one-night special event featuring the legendary Maya the Magnificent. Get your tickets now for a local price of 60 buckaroos.
Abu, what are you doing? That was Maya the Magnificent, the greatest magician that has ever lived. And she's going to be here at Shangri-La Springs. I have to see her.
You want magic? Well, we'll show you real magic. And for free. Get up. Watch. Rosa?
La 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 la.
Okay, cool. But I need to go to that show.
Ahora no, Birdie. Dale. Go over there and sit down right now. You know you're not supposed to be here. Jerry finds out that I'm bringing you to work. He'll fire me in a heartbeat.
Oh, Jerry would just love to find you doing something wrong, Linda. You get all tight and start wagging his little finger, talking about the pillars of the hospitality industry.
Hope you're enjoying your steak, folks.
Oh, no. Speak of the devil.
I know. Oh, okay, Mr. Magician. It's time to make yourself disappear. Hurry, hurry. Go, go.
Oh,
hey, Jerry.
Hi.
Ladies, weren't you supposed to be done with this room 17 minutes ago? Chop, chop.
Sorry, Jerry. We'll move faster.
What in the world is going on here?
Oh, Jerry, I can
How many times do I have to tell you? Shampoo, then conditioner, then body wash. Attention to details, please. It is a core pillar of the hospitality industry. And for God's sake, stop giving away so many mints. What do you think this is, the Ritz?
Oh, it won't happen again. I'm sorry.
It's one per guest. One guest, one mint. Two guests, two mints. Basic math, right? Not rocket surgery. Comprende?
Yes, we'll get it done. Birdie, come on.
your dreams will come true. What can that bright shining light survive as life unfolds and holds you? Never outgrow the child inside you. Let them play, laugh, and regale you. Believe in magic and it will find you. Every dream you dream can come true. Over and under, there's magical wonders waiting to be explored. Anything's possible, sunshine and thunder, magic, dragons and swords. Never outgrow the child inside you. Let them dance, play, laugh, and regale you. Believe that every dream you dream can come true.
Within and you might find the magic cosmos deep inside your mind. Imagination unleashed and wild. The infinite can come true. The universe is in you.
Cuando eres joven todos disponen de gran imaginación. Pero avejenta si te das cuenta la vida es desilusión. Never outgrow the child inside you. Let them dance, play, laugh, and regale you. All your dreams can come true. There's magic in you.
Ay, Bertie, déjame soñar con las musarañas. ¡Vámonos! You know, we can't afford luxuries right now.
But there isn't going to be another time. It's one night only.
Bertie, I said no.
Ooh, what if I sell my Legos? I could probably get like $100 for those.
I mean, you probably couldn't get $3 for those.
$3? Ooh, what if I sell my skateboard? It's got to be worth something.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If you help out around the house and you pay a little bit more attention to your reading, I can give you a small allowance.
Really? Yes, yes, yes!
Okay, it may not be enough to get you your ticket, so don't get so excited, huh? But it'll be a start.
A start is better than nothing.
Yes.
I'll find a way to raise the rest of the money. Watch, Abu. Just watch. If I put my mind to it, I can do anything. Anything and everything can conceive. Nothing is impossible if you believe.
Yo.
Aren't they magnificent?
Oh, they're beautiful.
These stitches are amazing.
Linda, you really have a gift. You should open up your own shop.
Not a lady like me. That ship has sailed a long time ago. Oh, thank you.
This is for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As the king of illumination, I declare there is magic in the air, in the hearts of everyone, everywhere.
Okay, mijo, here. So, how are your savings coming along?
Abu, I never realized how much $60 is. That's a lot of money.
Tú sigue, mijo. Keep working hard for what you want. El que persevera, triunfa.
What if I can't do it?
Listen to me, chiquitico. The truth is, you may not make it to your goal, but the lessons you are learning right now about hard work and how to get to that goal will eventually fill that little piggy bank of yours 1,000 times over.
The show's in 3 days.
Maybe reading a book will help you figure something out. No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cold water, $3. Cold water, $3. Cold water, $3. Oh, yeah! I did it! I did it, Abu! I did it! You guys see my magnificent!
No! Oh, mijito, I knew you would do it. I knew you would.
Yeah.
How much money did you collect?
$61.42.
You have enough for a ticket?
Mm-hmm.
When are we gonna get it?
Like maybe tomorrow.
Are you proud?
Yeah.
Okay, sweetheart. Concho. Got you in the ass.
Prepare to be surprised. Now watch the magic unfold before your eyes.
Hey, what in the world is going on around here?
Jerry, I can explain.
No, save it. What do you think I'm running here, a daycare center? Huh? You know the rules, Linda. No kids allowed.
Come on, Jerry. Where's she supposed to leave her kid?
Not my problem.
But Jerry,
No, look, I can't have you setting a bad example around here.